Hello. Welcome. Welcome to Famous Cartoonist Says Things in the Morning. This is the noon edition of Famous Cartoonist Says Things in the Morning. Welcome. I'm glad you could join me on this glorious Wednesday. I believe it's Wednesday. It feels like a Tuesday because we had Monday. Well, the world had Monday off. Most people, the essential people, had Monday was a day off from work. Labor Day. And my friends are here. Ronnie's here. Hello, Ronnie. Swig for the working man. Raymond Leonard's here. I admire that guy, Raymond Leonard. Congrats on your funding being complete. That was really cool. I was following that, and I'm excited that people are making comics. Not only making comics, but making their own comics. That's what I like. Make your own comics. Swig for Leonard. Swig for the working man. Swig for the working men and working women out there. Swig for people who worked on Labor Day. Like this guy. This guy here worked all day Labor Day. Worked all day Sunday, Saturday, all these days. Swig. My coffee's very, very hot right now. It will be the perfect temperature in about 5 minutes. But right now it's very, very hot. It's fresh. It is my first cup of coffee of the day. But I am clean and rested and about to get my caffeine on. Because that's how we roll over here at Electric Milk Comics. This glorious place that I sit every day is my art studio. And once I worked with DC Comics, I incorporated my name. That's the way you get to write comics or write and draw and operate the book as like a studio would do. So I incorporated my name, and I've been CEO ever since. It's true. Swig for the working man. Ooh, what you guys are saying? You guys are saying things. Famous Cartoonist reads things in the morning as well. Charles is here. Hello, Charles. Hello, Kevin Bixby's here too. I am glad you are here for this glorious day, this event, this day, an event, unlike any other day. Well, I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to I don't have any special announcements. Maybe I do. Here's what happened yesterday to me. I finally got a new phone, so I can do things now, which I'm no longer on the grandpa phone. I'm on the real cool guy phone. And I uploaded Instagram once again on my phone. And I started posting things. The music goes right along. I started posting things on Instagram, and instantly, because it's called Instagram, not Instagrampa, it's called Instagram, where I posted pictures, and right away I got a whole bunch of likes, like 100 likes on one or 200 on another, and they were going crazy. But when I looked at the followers, when I refreshed my followers, they were going down. Every time I refreshed it, my count would go down. So I guess by me going back on Instagram, I lost followers, which was kind of weird. And it happened right in front of my wife. I showed her, I got this phone, and I said, look at this, honey. Every time I swipe down, it goes, I lose somebody. And I did it, and I showed her, and she started laughing. But I guess I gotta post more. The bad ones go away, the good ones stay. I feel like I'm shouting, but that's okay. This song is always a loud song. Swig for listening to music. The music you're hearing right now in the background, that's part of my ambiance, is music from my son. His name is Gordon Baltazar. In the links, there's a SoundCloud link. You could click on there and listen to all of his music for free while you work and while you draw. It's really cool. I do it too. And when I'm not working, I'll put his music on and I want to draw. So I'll put the music on and then I'll start drawing. It's kind of fun. Swig for the working man. Swig for the working people. See what you guys are saying. Good morning, everybody. D. Brad is here. Haas is here. Take a swig for you, Haas. I'll take another one because Haas demands it. D. Brad says, my ape avatar is gone and replaced with me. I see that. It's a very handsome fella. It's okay. The world needs to know what you look like. Kevin Bixby is here. I am now an award-winning cartoonist. That's true. Kevin Bixby won the Emergency Artist Award. The Emerging Artist Award, which I'm very proud of him. He won it in a group of 1,000 artists. He pulled ahead and said, I'm the guy. Kevin Bixby said, we can see D. Brad. D. Brad. Yeah, we can see him. Swig for being able to see people. So yesterday I put up 2 little teasers on Instagram because I was I'm coloring Super Pets, and it's pretty cool. The people who liked them were people who I'm actually working with DC Comics and the book market and all that stuff. So it's kind of cool. I'm glad they're paying attention. I'm glad the world, like, not just paying attention, but we're all seeing each other. We're all watching what everyone's doing. And of course, there's good stuff, there's bad stuff, but the stuff, like, the more importantly is, like, you can keep in touch and see what your friends are doing. So it felt good that I was offline. I was out of Instagram for about a year. I signed up and then had a good time, and then my phone died, and then like most men, like most I don't know if it's men, women, older people, moms, dads, parents, we don't have time to go and buy a new phone just because this one broke. The phone that works is still, you can still call people and text people, and that's more important. So I deleted all the stuff off my old phone and just used it as a phone. So it texted people and it called people, and it worked great. I liked it. So I got this new thing and I uploaded pictures, and I'm having fun now. So it's pretty cool to see the people that I'm working with actually see the pictures. And I didn't even have to tag them. It's kind of cool. Sweet for technology. Oh, yeah. It's a little loud, right? Is it loud? This is a good song, though. So I felt the strain. I felt the strain in the voice. Trying to keep up with you guys. Trying to bring you some words. So that's cool. I'm working with trying to get these Super Pet books done. It should be done by Friday. I got 2 more to go after this one. And it takes me about, to do Super Pets, it takes me about a week to do each book. If I sit and do it only, if that's all I work on, I could get it done in a week. From pencils to inks to lettering, or no lettering. Pencils to inks to colors. About a week. But of course I started this one in the middle of last week. colored all through the weekend. The weekend was cool too because I worked on a lot of my own characters, designs, and things to be uploaded and presented later into the publishing era, into this world we created, which is the comic book industry. Swig for everything, just all of it, swigging it. The Brad wants to know what projects are on the schedule. Ooh. I'm working on a new DC thing. I can't say what it is yet. I don't think I could because nobody knows it yet. But I'm working on something with me and Franco. Well, we plotted a book together, and then he wrote the whole script for the book. And I know it's going through because I just got a check for story. I got a, they do that download to your bank account. Well, I just got that, which means the book is approved and it's coming out. I probably had to finish Archimaniacs first, and then they approved the next one. So I'm looking forward to the next one. I can't tell you what it is because then it would spoil things, I guess. But it's something familiar. You will know it. When you see it, you will look at it and say, oh, yeah, that's Artie right there, right? But I'm not going to tell you, even if you guess. I will not tell you what it is. But I am working on Super Pets. I got 2 more books to go. And got 2 more books to go with Super Pets. And then I don't know what's up next after that. But with as far as DC Comics Super Pet stuff. But I'm working with Drew and Jot number 2. I'm almost at page 100. I'm still working towards that. And I'm working with Big Alien Moon Crush. I'm working on that book with Action Lab. So hopefully that'll be out next year. But so far, all of my books, quotes, my books, my graphic novels and my YA novels and all that stuff have been pushed back to 2021. I think in summer or fall, which is, it's okay, I guess. It gives me some time to catch up. But in the meantime, I've been drawing. There's a swig for creating things. Bixby said, blink twice if it has to do with the Big Blue Boy Scout. Look at my eyes. No blinking. So, I've been transferring a lot of my stories. Here's my sketchbook. Lots of sketchbooks. Here's several others. I got these 3, these 2, and I got this guy here. This guy. I've been transferring lots of stories from my sketchbook to the digital page, and I'm trying to complete at least 3 pages of something a day because now my schedule's a little lighter and I'm meeting deadlines, and now that everything got pushed back, I suddenly have more room to work on other things that don't have deadlines. So I'm up to issue 3 of Webster the Spider Monkey. I drew the first 3 issues, penciled really good, and I lettered the first book, and I'm halfway done inking it. And I drew half of Abraham Linkage. Abraham Linkage number 1. I got the first maybe the first 12 pages drawn, but the first 3 or 4 inked and like all finished, ready for color. So I've been doing pretty good. And Captain Action Cat, or not Captain, a Cosmic Action Cat, number 1 is all lettered. I got a lot of number 1s all lettered. Captain Action or Cosmic Action Cat, Webster Spider Monkey, and Gyroman. Gyroman number 1 is all lettered. So it's pretty cool. I'm doing really good with that stuff. And I don't know if I should concentrate and just work on one book and plow through it, or work on 1 page from every book a day. So by the end of the 30 days or whatever it is, I'll have 4 books done instead of 1 or 2, you know? It's my weird math, but I think it might work. Take a swig for math. Kevin Bixby, the Purple Turtle. Oh yeah, I can't forget about the Purple Turtle. I started in October. I start Gilbert again. I've been sketching him in the sketchbook, writing stories, but I'm going to be working on that too. So after Drew number 2, I got Drew number 3, then I got Gilbert number 4, and Big Alien Moon Crush. I got to finish that. I'm real close. I only have like 30 pages to go, and that's part of my 1 page a day thing. So part of my 1 page a day is Drew and Jot, Big Alien Moon Crush, and then my incidental ones, like the comics ones. Well, mostly I work on my own, like Action Cat stuff and Webster, and I work on all those on a weekend usually. The weekend, Friday and Saturday, Saturday and Sunday is when I could go freestyle. And if nobody's bothering me and no one needs to go anywhere, then I could just sit and draw all day. And the cool part about, like, my son's working now, and they always give him the weekends to work because he's a young kid. He's got to get all the weekend, nighttime stuff. But the cool thing about it is, while he's working, I kind of have to stay home so I could go get him, go pick him up, which is cool for me because then I get to sit down for the 5-6 hours and just concentrate, do some really quick marathon style drawing real fast. So that's what I've been doing the last few weeks, which is kind of cool. And it allows me to be free. And the last few months, maybe the last year and a half, I've been real bogged down with lots of books. Like I did Drew and Jot number 1, Gilbert 1 and 2 and 3, and I did Archimaniac, Superman for Smallville. I did so much books that I had no extra time, no extra minute to even think about working on anything create your own, which I want to. I thought about it, but I couldn't because the moment I try, I get too tired or I have to go to sleep or something. Every moment is devoted to a deadline, which these trying times were kind of like, I think, while I was sending my thoughts out to the universe, I think baby Jesus and his dad and Jack Kirby helped me out a little bit from upstairs. They said, this guy's suffering. We don't want his books to get canceled. Let's freeze time for him. And they froze time. Everybody outside, they all froze. They all started doing things slower. But my speed, I was like in a speed force. I like sped up and I got things done. And now I'm at a point where like I'm getting more stuff to do, but I'm getting that stuff done because I have the majority of all these pages done. And when you look at it, when you start projects and you got like 5 or 6 projects, it's like, oh, that's cool. He's busy. But then when you look at one project, one book is 80 pages, one book is 120 pages, one book is another 160 pages, and then another book's 200 pages. So you have like, okay, this next February you're going to start projects, but you only have 428 pages ahead of you before you can finish. So that's kind of where I was. And I was a little bit drowning. I was drowning in it, but not negativity, but it was just I was drowning in it, but I was still staying afloat, It was good. I wasn't sad or angry or uncomfortable, but it was just a lot of work. Reminds me of like a food eating contest. We got 150 hot dogs and you have to eat them in 5 minutes. That's what it felt like. I don't know if I could eat 150 hot dogs. Well, maybe. Probably. If I go to those Chicago dogs, baseball, man, I could eat those. But that's what it felt like. But I got it complete. I'm really happy with that. And I'm getting the payoff now, So either with earning the reward, earning the salary, or the books coming out in stores, or both, or all of that stuff. So it's kind of cool. Hard work, man, devotion pays off. You got to wake up and do what makes you happy. You just got to keep it going. No matter what time of day you wake up. That's the time you wake up. Like today, I'm ready for you at noon. Yesterday, I was ready at 8 o'clock. The day before that, I was up at 4 in the morning. So I'm shifting. I'm a shifty vampire. Swig for the working man. See what you guys are saying now. I see the comments going, man. Ha says technology. Yeah, man, it's technology. That's true. We can't live without technology. Whether it's a horse and wagon or an iPhone. Sergio says Sebastian cannot join today because he's back at school. But I'll make sure he sees this live video later. He's super excited because he's in middle school now and has a regular curriculum. Yeah, man, keep drawing and keep writing. You got writing, and drawing classes. Yeah, the cool thing about these live videos is they stay on my Facebook page. And later I transform them or what do you got it? Download them and then upload them to YouTube. So Facebook gets to see them first. And then YouTube sees them later, which is kind of cool. Bixby says, I have an Action Cat Mystery Man story plotted we should discuss. Yeah, man. We got to do it. I'm uploading lots of books to Comixology, and Comics number 14 just got approved. But I used to get books approved in like 10 minutes. 10, 15 minutes because they knew me really well. And before the Amazon times, I knew all the guys. Like personally, I got their phone numbers. I know them. We hung out. We ate lunch together in San Diego and all that stuff. But now that Amazon bought them, they're more of a corporate business. So my guys are no longer in the same positions they used to be. Now they moved. They're still with the company, but now the stuff they were doing, I got new guys doing that now. And now the new guys, I don't know them. I haven't had lunch with them. I don't, so I got to go through the system now like everyone else. But Fox and Evil number 2 and Comics number 14 are going to be on sale soon. Those are right now. They got approved and they got accepted for their platform and all that stuff. So probably in another week, maybe a month. I don't know how long it takes now, but it takes long because of these trying times have slowed down everything. So that's why I'm working on all these books at one time, because I want to release them and upload them to Comixology. Not so far apart. Like I want to do it like send them every week. I want to send them a book. So I'm looking at that so I can have like a golden age time period of comics. Probably 2021 at this rate. So 2021 will probably be hitting every month with new books. There'll be digital. I know people don't like digital. They prefer paper. But for me, it allows me to draw my book, and it allows me to publish a book without having to pay thousands of dollars for printing costs, which I need to get these ideas and energy out there for the world to see. And this is the best way for me right now. Eventually, I'll be doing print runs for conventions, but I don't know if that's happening yet. I'm not sure about all that stuff. I'm not sure about the crowds. Not sure about wearing masks and gloves. I don't know how it's all going to play out yet, because the first convention's supposed to be in March. C2E2 is when it starts up. But somehow I feel like that's kind of too soon. I don't know yet. So we'll see what happens. We will see what happens. But right now, the digital platform is a good way for me to go, I think. And people are buying them. I get at least 16 sales. And they're only 99 cents each. And for every time you buy a 99-cent comic, I get like 50 cents. I get like half. Whatever the book sells, I get half price. So even these 49-cent book sales, they're 49 cents. Yeah, I'm getting like 24.5 cents. So I sold, I think, was 16 books or 32 books the month before. But I'm only getting paid like $7 because of the sales. But I'm more concerned about people wanting to read them. And I've always heard, even Dan DiDio said this, if people want to read your book, they'll find you. They'll find out where to get it. And that's where I'm faced right now. People want to read my books. I'm giving you a link. There's a link. You can go read them or download them and put them on your iPads and iPhones. But once you pay 99 cents, you have it. It's in your phone. You have it forever. You could reread it. It's every day you could read it. You could go backwards. You could read it in the format where it shows the whole page, or you could do panel by panel. I make sure to do panel by panel when I draw, that nothing overlaps or makes the layout weird, because I want Comixology to be able to fill that whole screen with my art. So that's pretty cool. Got me on a rant. Swig for comics. Brian Lynch says, how's your daughter's jewelry business going? It's a little slow, the jewelry business. She had a few sales. Not as much as we want, but yeah, she's having fun. She's selling more to people who know her and her friends and stuff, neighbors and grandmas and stuff. She's selling more offline than she is online. So the online ones are up on her site and they're in stock, but then people order them and she makes one. Instead of taking it offline, she'll make a new one. So she's been doing that more. She's been selling more person to person. And then she doesn't have to mail them. And they're a little cheaper, you know. I forget if they're $5. I forget what they are. But she's having fun with that. But we got to get that. We got to get that. We got to get that business booming. We got to get all our businesses booming. Swig for booming businesses. Kevin Bixby says 150 char dogs in 5 minutes. Yeah, man, that'd be a challenge. I don't know if I could do it, but I'd be willing to try. D. Brad says, how close to the completed Webster or Gyroman? I got number 1 of each of those books. Issue 1 of Webster and issue 1 of Gyroman are all drawn and lettered. And the covers are done. And Webster is inked up to like halfway inked of issue 1. I inked up to maybe, I think they're 10-page books. They're 10-page issues for Comixology. And I have up to page 4 or 6 or something like that for Webster. And with Gyroman, I got the first 3 pages inked. I just inked page 3 yesterday. And both issues are kind of cool because they're both origin stories. But Webster's origin is told in a flashback, like a memory. But Gyroman's origin is told right on the spot, which is cool. Page 1 is you start it. The origin begins. He becomes Gyroman. And it's cool because Gyroman's a character I created in like, man, the 1990s, 94. It was actually before the Crybabies. It might have been around that. It's probably 1990. Crybabies, I found a drawing from 1988, 1988 of the Crybabies. When we were cleaning the basement, my daughter found some old sketches. And I created those guys in college, like my freshman year of college. And it was like 87, 88. And the drawing was, I think it might have been a drawing from 1989, but it was a Christmas card I made. I was making handmade ornaments where I would draw the thing and then copy it and then color it and then glue it on cardboard and punch a hole. So I remember making these and giving them away to people. And they were ornaments you put on your tree, and it was the whole cast. It was like 4 of them, 4 Crybabies. And we found that, and I'm like, wow, 1989. That means they were created before 89 or around that, because that was already December of 89. So they had to have been either 88 or 89. But Gyroman was created around that same time. And he's based off a guy who used to work with me. He used to throw boxes away and clean up the place, but his name was Melvin. So in the first issue, you're going to see Melvin. And the first page, you're going to meet Melvin. So it's going to be real fun. So I hope that probably Gyroman and Webster, Webster number 1 and Gyroman number 1 will probably be the first 2 books that I complete first to go on Comixology. And then Cosmic Action Cat. And then I have Golden Age Action Cat. And I have a story where Action Cat meets G-Man, Chris Giarusso's guy. And that'll be in issue, Comics 15. That's going to be in there. So number 15 is coming out too. But I have to fill up issue 15 with more stuff. So maybe if Kevin Bixby gets something done, it'll be in there. That's true. I'll never lie to you. Adam says I'm a shifty vampire. I never realized it. Yeah, man. I shift all kinds of hours all the time. Let's do a swig for vampires. My hours shift all the time. And now, of course, with these trying times, I don't have to be anywhere. I don't have to go anywhere. But when I do, I have to set my alarm. Even if it's for something like 2:30 in the afternoon on a Thursday, I have to make sure I'm awake. So last week I had to do something at 2:30 in the afternoon on a Thursday. And I had to be there. So I was there, I made it. But it messed up my sleeping pattern for the next 3 days. And when that happens, I don't know how I'm supposed to feel at a certain moment of the day. So like everyone at 5 o'clock, normally at 5 o'clock in the afternoon, everyone has a feeling. It's like, oh, okay, it's time to eat dinner. I'm tired from working all day. Well, with me, at 5 o'clock in the afternoon feels like I might feel great. And I might feel like I'm crashing at 5 a.m. instead of 5 p.m. So that's real hard to adjust. But I learned just don't pay attention to the clock. Just pay attention to what my body and my brain is telling me, and go to sleep when I'm tired and wake up and sleep to 6 to 8 hours, usually about 8 hours, and I get up and then do my thing. But I do shift from my hours shift all the time. And whenever I meet the artist greats like Alex Ross and Mike Mignola and any artist, even Norton, Tim Seeley, Mike Norton, whenever guys come to our store, like Jeff Darrow, whenever guys come to our store, I meet them at conventions. Even Scotty Young, I had this conversation with, Katie Cook. I always ask them, what's their schedule like? Like, do they stay up all night? Do they get up at 4 a.m. and work till 5 and go home? Like, what do they do? And I realized that most people who have an art studio out of the house, they wake up early and go to the studio and work there and come home at 5 and eat dinner, and then they're done, like a real job, like real job hours. And then most people who have kids work around the kids' schedule. Like, I know Brian Michael Bendis would do that. He would take the kids to school, and then he would go to sleep when they're at school, and then he'd wake up and pin that. So I was on that schedule for a long time. I'd sleep while the kids were at school, and then they would come home, and then I'd wake up, have dinner for breakfast, and then stay up all night. And once they go on the bus in the morning, I go back to bed. So I know that Brian Michael Bendis and me were on the same schedule for a while. And then I found out the people who do not have kids, the single ones, are vampire all day. They sleep whenever, they're just kind of like what I'm doing now. But the cool thing about what I'm doing now is I could do that because my lovely wife and my children are teenagers. So they're fully functional. I don't have to change them anymore or feed them. So they're doing that stuff. But when they need rides, that's when I need to set my alarm. Oh, you have to be somewhere. So I got to make sure that my kids get to where they need to be. And luckily, they ride their bikes now in the neighborhood, so they can get places locally with their bikes and with their friends and stuff like that. So it's kind of a relief. But the last 2 years or so, with my crazy deadlines, my wife just said, just don't fight it, just go with it, just go with the flow, and just let your hours become me. So that's kind of what's happening. But that's what's happening now, and I feel the shift coming. I feel the shift happening again, and I know it will. And I know that I'll be doing my morning streams again, starting at 2 a.m. So we'll see what happens. In this last week or so, I didn't really do any Facebook channel morning shows or drawing shows because I just been so bogged down with my deadlines, trying to get things done. Now that I caught up a little, it's kind of cool. That was a long rant. Swig for the working man, for meeting deadlines, for the working women out there, for people with kids. Make sure they get to school even if it's just virtual. It counts. Swig. Oh, yeah, it's Luke Skywalker warm now. Let's see. The comments are getting away from me once again because I start ranting. Deep Brad says the cheap ones can lead readers to the bigger trade or YA collections. Yeah, that's my goal. Is I want to put all these little tiny books together, and I have them written out as like 80-page stories. Especially Meteorite is going to be an 80-pager, or at least, yeah, it's four regular-sized issues, but I'm breaking it up. I got Meteorite written for a 80-pager, and I have, so far, Webster's 40 pages, 40 or 50, I think it's 40, and Gyroman so far is 30 pages. But I got all these stories written out with intentions to be collected later in one solid book. But I'm getting to where I can't rely on publisher to pick it up and give me a publishing contract. If that does not happen, then I'll do it myself. So that's just what's going to happen. You can't stop the famous cartoonist. So yeah, man, D-Brad, you got it. Your finger's on the pulse. Swing. D-Brad has to go. 11 o'clock. Catch you later. Yeah, man, go teach those kids. D-Brad's teaching kids. Kevin Bixby considers it done. Yeah, Kevin Bixby, do a short story, 4 or 5 pages, something like that. Not too epic. So I have my cousin Chris, which I love. His art is awesome. And Chris Sandoval, look him up. He's on Facebook here. But he drew a story for me, but then he went epic. I'm like, no, man, you can't give me 80 pages. Just give me a 10-pager at the most. But try to get it even smaller, tighter. Or if you do an epic story, do it in chapters, like 4 pages, 4 pages, 4 pages. Do something like that. And then it could be in multiple issues. It could be in issue 15, issue 16, issue 17. Because then I'll have to do a whole mini-series. But I don't know if that will work on Comixology. I don't know. It might work. But most people come to my site to buy stuff from the Comics guys. Because the stuff that I realize, my sales of stuff that is not me, Franco, or Scoot, it doesn't sell as well. Because you go to, you search our names, and you find me, you're going to buy because I was in your search. I'm in your head. But the other stuff work, but you know what I'm saying. It's not, I'm not encouraging. Discouraging? Yeah, discouraging. That would be it. I'm not discouraging. I'm just saying do it smart. Because you don't want to put all your energy into an 80-page epic novel and you get one guy who buys it. So you rather draw 4 pages at a time and get one guy to buy it every time. You know? It's easier to buy 4 pages. I'm getting a little drippy. Excuse me. Ooh, I was a little bit moist there. All this energy I'm exuding. Dave Brad says, do a drawing show this week. Yeah, I think I will, man. I'm going to be coloring Super Pets right after I finish this. I got to draw some of those guys. Bixby says, I just had a conversation with Evan Dorkin on Instagram about this. We were both up to 3:30. Cool, man. Yeah, Evan Dorkin's cool. I met him several times as a fan. And then the coolest part about him, like after I wrote me and Franco wrote the Superman family, and I drew that, he came up to me and told me he loved it. And that was cool. I met him as a peer, as a colleague. And that was extra special for that to happen. That was kind of cool. And when you meet your people you admire or your heroes and things, people always say, never meet your heroes. And usually, yeah, you will be disappointed. Something's going to be weird or you're going to be uncomfortable. But if you meet them as colleagues and peers, or you get introduced to them through somebody else, it's much easier. And there's equal respect. And you don't have to geek out. You can just say, hey man, how's it going? You're awesome. Shake their hands, do stuff like that. And that was what it was with Evan Dorkin. And I met him and his wife, and I think he had his kids with him. I can't remember if 1 or 2 kids, but he definitely had the kids with him. And I got to sign their books and stuff. It was cool. Sweet. All right, Crystal's here. Love the positive energy all the time. All the time. You could not have positive energy, but I don't know where that leads. I do know where it leads. It leads to you not being happy. So you could choose it, and people always say, you can't choose to be happy every day, Balthazar. Like, you could choose the path to happiness or what's going to make me happy. But yeah, you're right. You can't wake up and go, bing, I'm happy. I'm exuberant. I'm a lightning rod. I'm happy. I'm shiny. You can't do that. It's difficult. But once you get it, once you tap into it, it can be done. And then just don't let things discourage you. And if they do, stop doing that. Stop going there. Stop touching that thing. Stop whatever you're doing. Whatever's causing you pain. Stop. Like every day when my kids are sitting, it's real subtle, but I like to, physical contact is cool. Like when my son's eating cereal in the morning, I'll scratch his chest. I scratch his back and his chest. And I'll just do that real gentle. My guy. I've been doing that since he's a little tiny little kid. And my daughter, I'll squeeze her arm. I'll squeeze her little arm because I like it because it's brown and soft and she's cute. So I'll squeeze her arm. And that's just what I do every day. And my wife, I'll just lean on her. If she's washing dishes, I'll lean on her. And so it's something like that. Nobody needs to respond. It does not require a response. That's just what I do every day. I lean on people. I touch them. But I let them know, like, hey, that's me. Daddy's here. And it's kind of fun. And with my dog, I'll just look at him and go. And that's just what I do every day. So he gets the finger of shame, the finger of scorn, but he knows it's not bad boy. It's like, that's just what I do. I walk past him, so I don't have to touch him. Sometimes when I clean, I don't want to touch the dog. It's just me. It's okay. Nothing personal against them. Just covered with hair. Let's see. Kevin Bixby said, we traded drawings, Milk and Cheese and Mystery Man. I got the better end of the deal. Oh, man, that's cool. But Evan Dorkin has your artwork in his house now. So that's cool. An original Bixby. I have an original Bixby. I have several. I have an Action Cat, which is going to be in the book. Even if you don't draw a story, that Action Cat pinup, it's going to be in issue 15. And I got lots of hearts from Crystal. Back at you, Crystal. Michael Campobasso's here. Hello there. Here come in, sir. Skoke. The Skoke Master. Diet caffeine-free cherry Skoke. Yagams. You guys are awesome. Take another swig for being awesome. I really enjoyed telling you guys things today. That was kind of fun. I like it. You guys like this goatee now? I'm going to let it go a little bit. I'm going to see how big I can get it. Because the bigger I grow my facial hair, the skinnier my neck looks. You know? I got this new hat, too. I've been buying hats in these times of quarantine. I still have the big hair, as you can see. But I think I'm going to cut it. I almost came close, but hats like this allow me to cover up what the good Lord gave me. Baby Jesus gave me this hair. And my mom and dad. And always growing up, when I had big hair, my hair would get big really fast. And Mom would always says, you got to do something with that hair. Get a haircut. And I always tell my mom, Mom, this is your fault. And she went, why is it my fault? I said, because this is what you gave me. This is my hair because my mom she used to have curly hair. My dad has hair like me. So the combination of both of them were, I had no choice. I got the big Balthazar curly hair, thick hair. And my kids have my hair. It's real big. My daughter's hair is real thick, but it's beautiful and curly. It's just so good. And so I kind of don't want to cut it because I could still go in style with these bigger poofy hats, which cover the hair. I could tuck it in. And then, see over here, it's starting to come out. It's starting to come out a little bit, see? See? I can still hide it. And then the back is still, it's getting to the point where I want it to be longer. I want it to start coming out. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. You get hair tips, you get artist career tips, and you get coffee drinking the whole time. Swig. Swig for being alive. Swig for doing your thing. Swig for changing it up now and then. Embrace the way you look. If you guys like what you're hearing, there's links above this video. Probably right here. Are they right there? Somewhere in the description. There's or if you're YouTube, there's links right here. They're down there. There's links to my Threadless t-shirt shop. I have t-shirts. You can get t-shirts or you can get masks, because masks are still popular. People still like them. You can have you can buy masks for your kids. They got kid sizes, they got men and women sizes, and they got large people sizes. So you can get whatever you want. And they have premiums and stuff like that. So masks and t-shirts, and I just released a series of Famous Cartoonist Says Things t-shirts, which is kind of cool. And I also have a link to Comixology, all these digital comics I'm talking about, and a link to my website, good old-fashioned websites, where you could buy comics from me, and I sign them and do a sketch, and I put it in the mail, and mail it to you, so you can still get physical books, which is kind of fun. Swig for physical, physicalities, physicians, anything starting with PH. Franco. Swig. You guys are awesome. Thank you guys for joining me today. Today was a glorious day. I think it's sun shining. It rained at night because I heard the pitter-patter on my windows, on my window wells, because I'm underground. It's like a bat cave. I'm underground in the Electric Milk Creations, Electric Milk Comics, Electric Milk Cartoons Art Studio, EMC, if you will, the incorporation company that keeps me employed. Adriana's here. Hola, Adriana. And Skoke says, thanks for having us. Swig for this right here. But thanks for hanging out with me. I would do this again one day. Probably tomorrow, later. I don't know. I would do this again. I have many shows. I have Famous Cartoonist Says Things in the morning. Famous Cartoonist Reveals Things. Famous Cartoonist Paints Things. And Famous Cartoonist Draws Things. They're all on this Facebook channel. So make sure you notify yourself. There's a way to press a button where you can get notified when I go live. When you could see my George Clooney-esque face, my new hats, and the new facial hair and glasses. I'll be getting new glasses next week because my eyes are adjusting. I'm getting old man vision, so I might have to do those kind. I don't know. We'll see. Crystal says, thank you. Have a wonderful day. Love the hats and goatee. Back to seeing patients. Yeah, go inject them. Go get them, Crystal. Take their blood. But for all you essential workers out there, I'm very grateful for you to keep this country and the economy going. You're very essential indeed. I'm going to essentialize myself. I'm going to draw some things today because I have to do I have to finish some deadlines. It's Wednesday, stuff Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So I still have some time. And the White Sox have been playing really good. And I'll be watching them tonight as well. They lost yesterday, but man, that was a tough game. You can't win all the games. You do have to you have to know what it feels like to lose. And if you don't like it, then you probably will try not to lose again. So that's the mentality these days going into this baseball season. There's like 19 games left or 17 games or something. We'll get there, fellas. Everyone in Chicago, be nice to each other. Everyone around the world, be nice to each other. Remember, no fighting. 3 rules. No fighting. No crying. Be nice to each other. That's it. That's all you need. If you got love, you don't have to worry about those 3 rules. No fighting, stop crying, be nice to each other. I will see you again another time. Remember, in the meantime, when you go to sleep and you wake up, choose the things that make you happy. And you'll have a much better day. I'll see you again. Okay, bye-bye.